right, let me get these headphones on. Okay, everything looks good. Looks like we're on. Let me check YouTube. Excellent, we are streaming. All right, hello everybody. Hopefully you can hear me. I am coming on because I wanted to do some mailbox prospecting with this pay dirt that I bought. It is from the Hippie Explorer. And originally, the game plan, I thought, was that Mark, the Berg Hunter, and I and some others would pan simultaneously. We'd have what we wanted to call a panathon, but Mark was having some technical difficulties. And look, that happens. No worries, Mark. You did a fine job. It looks like you have a great setup, too. So hopefully some other time we'll have a chance to go and do that. Hi, Mama. Hi, Brenda. How are you? But I thought I would just give this a try, and I don't do this a whole lot. I've done mailbox prospecting before. I think I have one video posted where I did some Tom's Gold Dirt. I might have another video posted where I have done that sort of thing, but I thought I would give this a try. So let me do this. Over here and down, I have my setup, and I'll tell you what my setup is, and I'll just kind of tell you what my methodology is for panning pay dirt. I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination, but we'll give it a go, and hopefully we'll have some fun, and we'll see what happens. Oh, Mark is on again. Oh, you know what? Let me see if, I thought Mark said he was going to quit, which is why I hopped on. Okay, you know what? Hey, I'm going to go with this. So I'm already here. So here we are. Let me switch cameras. And let's see. Bear with me as I switch to my other camera. I have my other camera is so this is my FaceTime front-facing camera, obviously. And my other camera is my document camera, and I have it set up on an articulating arm. And so you'll be able to get a bird's eye view of what is happening with this pay dirt. So I'll switch. Hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm looking at. So here we go. And it looks like it worked fine. Let me focus it though. Here, that's what we want to see. Excellent. Okay, basically this is it's a Rubbermaid tub. It is an 8-gallon tub, and it is filled with water. And in the water is some Jet Dry. I don't have the Jet Dry with me, but Jet Dry, if you don't know, is a surfactant, because water, the top layer of water has water tension, and what you don't want when you pan for pay dirt is to have the gold dust, the really, really fine gold, float on top of the water, which can happen. So if you have a surfactant, it breaks that surface tension and it will sink, because obviously you want everything to sink and stay in the pan. Let me try doing this. I'll flip you over to here. I may have to turn the camera a bit. There we go. So here's some other things that I have. Obviously, I have the pay dirt. And what else will I be using? Well, I'm going to start by, this is a classifier. It's basically a mesh screen. It's 10 mesh, which I think means there are 10 of these squares or rectangles per linear inch. I think that's what it means. And so by pouring the pay dirt in there, what falls out will be smaller than 10 mesh, and it'll be a whole lot easier to pan. And this is a magnet. I'll use this magnet to pull out the black sands. A lot of times we have in pay dirt, you have black sands, and they are magnetic sands. They're really heavy, and they can kind of get in the way. This is, okay, this is a 20 mesh. This is an even finer classifier. I'm not going to worry about that, though. I think 10 mesh is fine. Here is the pan that I'll be using. It's just a typical plastic pan. It has fine riffles on this side, coarse riffles on that side. It's green. That's 8 inches across, I believe. And what else? I have this. This is it's a syringe bottle, I guess you can call it. It sprays water, and I sometimes use it when I'm panning because I can move some of the material around a little bit more easily. And this is the snuffer bottle. So in the pan, when you're left with the gold, you use the snuffer bottle, and it's like a little vacuum, and it sucks up the gold, and it ends up in the snuffer bottle. And actually, I don't know if you can hear this, but there's a little something in there from last time. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it's maybe there's a little bit of gold in there from last time. I'm not sure. And this is the pocket sluice I 3D printed. I thought of maybe using this today, but I don't think I'm going to. So I'll put that aside. No need for that. But anyway, those are kind of the tools of the trade. So let me do this. I'll turn that there. And you'll see this live as I'm doing this. Again, this is from a YouTube channel called, and a company called Hippie Explorer. They're out of Massachusetts, and I bought this from them. In fact, I got some of their stickers. And they send some other great things. Tom and Wes are great guys. If you haven't seen their channel, by all means, you should do that. So here is the 10 mesh classifier. It's over this bowl. We're going to pour all of this in here, classify it, take what's in here, and then we'll take a look at it a little bit later, if that makes sense. So here we go. This is my first time panning their pay dirt. Let me do this. Let me turn this other light on. Maybe you'll be able to see this a little better. And I'm doing this downstairs in my cellar, so I just kind of shake it. Now, is it possible with 10 mesh that you'll have a gold nugget or something in there? Yeah, it's possible. Okay, so we'll put that in here. And we'll go through this a little bit later. Not in this stream. We'll pour the rest in there now. There could be something in here. There could be really, really fine gold in this bag. So I'll make sure I pour water in here and dump it out with the pay dirt. Oh, speaking of Hippie Explorer, it's right over here. I won one of their hats. That's a really nice baseball cap. In fact, I'll wear it for good luck. So again, this is a 10 mesh classifier. We'll just give this a little bit of a shake. There, that should be sufficient. And we'll pour that in there. And as I said, we'll definitely go through there and see what goodies might be in there. All right, so that's, I guess, step one. Step two is I take this magnet, and there's a plunger inside. So it's a spring loaded, there's a plunger. And the magnet will hit this metal part, and we'll kind of take out any of the magnetic sands. So yeah, you can see right there. Right. There we go. Right there. Those are ferrous magnetic sands, and we're going to put those in here as well. Because it's possible, I don't know how probable, but it's possible that there could be gold trapped in that black sand. But I am not a fan of panning black sands. And there's a little bit more. That in there, and you see it kind of cleans itself. But I guess my perspective on it is the less black sand you have, the better. It just makes the panning a little easier and a little quicker. So we'll go through there. This is looking pretty clean though. Yeah, there really aren't too many black sands left. There we go. Okay, I'm happy with that. So that's the pay dirt that we are going to eventually pan. Let me go back and take a look here. Let's see. Hello, Brenda, Tom, and West Rock. They certainly do. Hey, BC and Danny Boy, hello. Okay. So what comes next? Well, there's a fair amount of pay dirt in here. I could put it all in here. Actually, this pan would handle it. Yeah, you know what? I think I will. So let's do this. I'm going to pour this in the pan. That's usually a little bit more than I want a pan, but that's okay. All right, then I'm going to move this. Hold on. I'll flip that there. So this is that pan. So there's the pay dirt pan. Actually, you're a little crooked. Hold on. There. And there. And let me refocus. I think it's pretty well focused. Hopefully you can see that. Okay. So there's the pay dirt. So I want to clean this pan. So I'm going to dip in here just a bit. Swish that around. And pour this water in there. I'll do it one more time. Okay, that bowl looks pretty clean. So if there's any residue in there, it's pretty much gone. I'm going to do the same thing with this bag, just in case there's anything kind of hidden in there. Dip it in the water, give it a little swish, and pour it in there. Okay. Now I'm pretty much convinced that what was in the bag, what was in the bowl, is now in the pan. And now we're just going to kind of go to the coarse riffles, which are over here. Sorry, hit the camera with the brim of this hat. And we're going to pour it off. And really, you just kind of shake. First thing you do is you shake the dirt. You want the water to get in between those grains. And the physics of this is the heavier stuff, like gold is remarkably heavy, it's going to sink to the bottom. So you do that. And you swirl it around a little bit more. And then kind of like, I don't know, like the waves at the beach, you just kind of lap the sand, have it move down. I have a lot in here right now. Oh, and by the way, everything from this pan is going to end up in this Rubbermaid tote. I always pan my pay dirt at least twice. So if I miss anything, it's not a big deal. I will just get it the second time. But typically, you know, you're going to get about 80% of it the first time, if your panning methods are half decent. And I like I said, I'm no expert, but I think my panning methods are okay. So you see the stuff, see how the water is hitting the dirt and then flowing back? Well, it's not going to be, at least in theory, it's not going to be moving the gold at this point, because that gold is going to be at the bottom of this dirt. And you just rock. Yeah, I guess it was a little too ambitious. I probably should have done half this pay dirt at a time. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll get through this. And I do hope my audio is good. Mix the black sands in the pepper grinder for miner's pepper or a good source of iron. Interesting. I was watching John Wolfe. He was a while back. He was panning some pay dirt, and he said, I don't know if he said he does or people sometimes put the black sands in their garden because it's a good source of minerals for the soil. Makes sense, actually. Let's see. Again, stratify the material. Yeah, stratify. I just made up a word. Stratify the material. Stratify. I like stratify better. There we go. It's getting there. And like I said, if I do end up doing this a little too aggressively, and if the gold does follow the dirt out, it's going to be in this pan anyway. It's not like it's going down the drain or anything. I'll get it the second time. It's really the light stuff, the blondes at this point, and the organics that we want to get out of here. It didn't say on the bag, but if you've watched Hippie Explorer, they tend to pan for gold. Oh, I think I see a little gold right there. Could be mica though. Mica is really tricky. Anyway, they tend to pan in Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont. So I'm going to guess this is New England pay dirt. But it didn't exactly say on the bag where it's from. Not that it really matters. Gold is gold. We're getting there. We're about halfway done. And again, even as we're doing this, the idea is that the gold is going to be caught in these riffles. Stratify again. We're almost at the point where I want to transition to these finer riffles. Not quite there yet. So you just get the angle right and sort of that wave action right, and you let the water lap the dirt. And I don't know if you can tell. Let's see what it looks like. This is really, really fine stuff here, so it's working. So let's see. Oh, maybe one more push on this side, then we'll move over to the other side. Now, this is 16 ounces of pay dirt, so it's a fair amount. Oh, and they guarantee a 1/4 gram of gold in here. But you don't know what you're going to get until you're done. Okay, this is really fine stuff. I'm going to switch over to this side. So, a little bit of water. Swish it around. Turn it this way. I'm a righty, so. And keep going. I don't know if you can hear it, but you can hear the little pebbles kind of scraping against the riffles. Now, some people, I suppose, might get discouraged at this point if they don't see gold, but you can't. It's going to be hidden. In fact, I see some little bits of it already. Get a little more water in there. Keep getting that lighter stuff slowly. At first, you can be a little bit more aggressive when you're using the coarse riffles, but when I get to this part, I really take my time because there could be that really fine flour gold, that sort of gold dust. You can still see some black sands in there. All right, we'll tap it a little bit. Now, when you tap it, the idea is the inertia pushes anything that's heavy towards the force that's going against it, right? So anything that's heavy, like gold, is going to be going this way, and it's going to be sinking because it's heavy. And that helps the process by keeping the gold at the bottom and keeping the lighter stuff up top. So again, this wave action will slowly take away this top layer. I apologize if some people out there are saying, speed it up. I don't like speeding it up at this point because you can very easily lose some gold. Hippie Explorer is a great outfit. If they say there's a 1/4 gram of gold in here, there's a 1/4 gram of gold. If there isn't a 1/4 gram of gold in this page, I can guarantee you there's a 1/4 gram of gold in there, and it's in there because of my my lack of expertise in panning. But like anything else, you take your time. It's not a race. Little by little, little by little. Really tapping it too much. You don't have to tap it that much. Okay, we should be getting to the gold. So if you were annoyed at how slowly I was doing this before, be forewarned, I'm going to take my sweet time. Yeah, right there, I see some gold. Now, what I do after I pan and get everything in a snuffer bottle, I don't have it here. On my workbench, I have a little, it looks like a coaster for a cup or a mug, but you plug it in and it's heated. And the idea is it keeps your coffee or whatever warm. I just used an infrared thermometer, and it gets to about 160 degrees. So what I do is I put what's in the snuffer bottle in a metal boat, and I put it on there, and slowly but surely it evaporates the water, and you end up with just the gold and any black sands. And it may not look like it, but we are slowly getting those heavy sands out of there. So and you can kind of see there, right there, that shiny stuff. That, of course, is your gold. Okay. Now, at this point, what you do is tap, tap, tap. And before we had sort of the wave action in the tub, now we're going to have some wave action in the pan. We're going to just lap it like at the beach, waves lapping the shore. And we're going to move that dirt, that heavy dirt, down the pan. And I didn't realize, wait a minute, let's do this. You're upside down. Not that it really mattered. There, that's the orientation that I have. So there's the gold. Now, you might have asked, why the syringe? Well, this is what I sometimes do. See, I'm convinced there's nothing here, so I can use the syringe to kind of wash away that stuff. And if there is any gold in there, no worries. It's all going back in this pan. Get just a little more in there. And then get that out of there. That black sand does not play well with the gold. Now, yeah. If you look here, you might say, wait a minute, that's gold. That's shiny. No, it's not. It's just, it definitely isn't. It's just sand. The heavy stuff is moving this way as I tap the pan. Get rid of some of this water. And little by little, the black sand trails out. There's a nice bit of gold in this pan. I will weigh it, and in the description, I'll see a little piece try to escape. 2 little pieces try to escape. So I'll do just the opposite. But yeah, that is it. That is what we got from the Hit Bee Explorer pay dirt. So what I will do is get my snuffer bottle. Vacuum all this up. Oops. Try that again. The 2 might be down there. Here we go. Is this snuffer? Oh, because it wasn't screwed on all the way. Here, let's do this. One more time. In fact, I think there's a seam right there in the snuffer bottle. I think there might be a little bit of a leak there. Few little pieces there. And I think one more piece right there. And there we go. Let me take a closer look at this. Now, there's one more little speck right here. Got it. Okay. So, let's see if we have anything else hiding in here. I don't think we do, though. No. Nope. That would be it. So as I said before, I will double pan this pay dirt. Clean the pan off. So I'll carefully skim the water off here, and the pay dirt, I can see it now. It's all kind of on this side because I've been moving the pan back and forth that way. I'll pan it a second time once this dries, maybe, I don't know, in about a week or so. I'm not going to go through this yet, but I'll just quickly go through. Let's see. It pretty much just looks like it's gravel. But I'll go through that a lot more closely. I'll take my desk magnifying, my lighted magnifying light setup. I'll take a look through there, see if there's anything. But yeah, that is basically it. Let me switch cameras over. Oh, hi, John. Thank you. Thank you, Dana. Let's see. Settings, camera. There we go. This is my hippie hat. Close that. There we are. But yeah, it's a nice hat. So that's how much water I have in there at the bottom. You can't quite see it, but that's all the material I got out. I will pour this into a boat. A boat. I don't know what a boat is. Right here. Look like that. They're made of aluminum. So you pour what's in here out into here, or you can pour this into a pan actually and pan it again. I'm sure there are some black sands. I'll probably end up doing that. But when you're done, you take what's in here, you pour it in here. And like I said, I have a, people do it differently. Some people will take a pair of pliers or vice grips and they have a butane torch or something and they just carefully heat this. It dries up the water. Some people just put it on a shelf and let it dry naturally. Other people will put it, kind of out in the sun. I have a little device and it just keeps your coffee warm and you plug it in and it just sits on there. And the surface temperature of that device is like 160, 170 degrees. So it's pretty warm. So that would help to evaporate the water. What's left in the pan, you can then weigh. As I said, Wes and Tom at Hitbee are great guys. If they say there's a 1/4 ounce of gold, there's at least a 1/4 ounce of gold in this pay dirt. I'm 100% confident of that. And I'll go back and pan. It's over here. I'll pan that. All right. So I apologize to everybody if I have been ignoring the chat. My eyeballs were on the pay dirt. Let me go back and see. So Mama said, sounds good, Jonathan. About the putting the black sands in your garden. All right, sounds good to me. And hello, Dana. Hey, oh my gosh, look who is here. Hello, Ben. How are you? I'm doing very well. I hope you're doing well too. It is so great to see you. And John Wolf, awesome. That's great. Thanks, John. Yeah, another great channel. John, if you're interested in panning, is John Wolf's. I've bought some of John Wolf's pay dirt as well. That's great pay dirt too. And American Woodland Relics, Paul. Hey, thanks for joining me. And Mark, you missed it. Okay, here's what you have to do. When I'm stopping, I'll stop the broadcast and then you replay it. And Danny Boy just digging, hey bud. We need to get together and go metal detecting. And Dan, I got to head out in a few to try another play yard before I pick Talisha up from. All right, good luck. Yeah, not too bad. As you would say, John, nice golden deliciousness, I think is your phrase. You should trademark that. Yeah, it's not a bad bit of gold. So now, but Paul, I've always panned gold. I haven't panned gold in 2 years, and I think 2 years ago I panned some from Tom's Pay Dirt. That was the light I have. That was when I say I'm going to look at things through my magnifying. It's one of these babies, but it's a great light. I did some Tom's. I know I panned Tom's Gold Dirt. I don't know if I did John Wolf's Gold Dirt live. I know I panned it, and it was good stuff. But I think panning, there's kind of a zen to it. It's very relaxing, just like coin roll hunting. It's nice. And the nice thing about pay dirt is if you get the right pay dirt, you're guaranteed at least a little something from it. I could spend $30 in a bag of pay dirt, have fun, get some gold out of it, which has value. Or I could take that $30 and do something else with it. So why not do this? Polly, you made it. Hey, Polly, how are you? Good to see you. So, Polly, yeah, I think you talked about getting some pay dirt. We should do that. What brand is that light? I got this. I got this about 3 years ago from Harbor Freight. So if you go on Harbor Freight's website, and I tightened it up a little. But I'm not, boy, I don't want to insult anybody. I'm not a big fan of Harbor Freight's tools. I guess that's how it was brought up. My dad always said, buy American tools or buy something made in Germany or England, but I'm not a big fan of tools that are made cheaply. If you're going to buy a tool, spend the money and it'll last your lifetime, and it'll probably last your kids their lifetime. Now, I took a chance on this, and there's a Harbor Freight store not too far, so I could always return it if I put it together and thought this is not that great. It's a great little light. I don't use it so much as a magnifier, but I do sometimes, because the magnification, it's a big lens. The lens is about that big. So the magnification is maybe 2 power, maybe 2.5 power. But as a light, it's terrific. It's articulated. And if I do want to look at something quickly, like, I'm coin roll hunting and I want to really, really quickly see a date, it's a good tool to have. And I think I paid about $30 for it. It is meditating, especially when you kind of take the pan and the waves lap and they go back and they go. It is kind of hypnotizing. Yeah, it's nice. I find it very relaxing. Paul says, "Why not? I don't have enough coals in the." Paul, I probably do mailbox prospecting. I don't know, 3 times a year, if that. I'd like to do more of it. So if you're a channel and you want me to pan your pay dirt, I will happily do it. Let's see. No, I get that, but Harbor Freight is good for. They definitely are. I went to Harbor Freight not too long ago. They have great. They're bar magnets, and you put your screwdrivers on there. Outstanding. There's some things that they really are great for, and there are some things you're not going to find at Home Depot. And if you had to buy it from them, or you order it from Amazon or whatever, and it's going to be the same thing. So yes. Let's see. Treasure hunting, Southwest Pennsylvania. Hey, Matt, thanks for stopping by. I didn't realize that I thought when Mark's stream ended, it ended. And I felt bad because my setup was all there, and the idea was Mark and I and maybe Mike Lyman were going to do a panathon. We kind of came up with that concept. It didn't happen, so I didn't want to take all this down. So I ended up panning. But I guess Mark went on, so when this ends, I'll have to go and watch Mark's. So yeah, Jonathan and a bunch of us used to hunt bankroll. I wish you could get some, Paul. I have some here. Maybe we can get together and see if we can arrange what we did before, where I send you some. Danny boy, I remember watching a stream over winter of you two doing that. Yeah, it is fun to do that. It really is, and you never know what you can find in those, because it's not just finding American copper cents. It's finding wheat cents. You could find Canadian cents. You could find Bahamian, Bermudian. Sometimes we find them from places like Aruba. You can find a lot of different things in there. And most when we do coin roll hunt, most of them we just throw back. I'm not going to lift it up because it probably weighs about 30 pounds, but I have a big bucket of pennies I have to bring to the Coin Star. I do that, and then I just get an Amazon card, a gift card. Paul, I still have 18 rolls from our last coin. Paul, you tell me when. Or a 1909 VDV DDO like Paulie Nichols found. Yeah, see, I have this many left. And the other day, I just got another full box. So, but I'm on vacation this week, so I'm going to be doing some coin roll hunting because there are going to be a couple of rainy days here in New Hampshire. So I'll be doing that. But yeah, well, everybody, hey, thank you so very much for taking 40 minutes of your Saturday to spend with me. But yep, Hippie Explorer, there they are. There's their sticker. I should sticker bomb someplace with these. Yeah, that's what their channel is. I'm pretty sure I put the link in the description for this video. If I didn't, I will. They're really funny. They're very entertaining. And the nice thing is they're about, driving go down and over. They're probably less than an hour away from where I live. And I sometimes go, down near Nashua, New Hampshire, on the border of Massachusetts. And they're, I believe, just over the border. So if I ever get down that way, I'm just going to go to their store and pick up a couple of bags so they don't have to mail them. Yeah, Paul, definitely. I will definitely do that. Paulie. Dana, looking at that light up now, and yeah, I'm very happy with it. It's metal. The only plastic part is the shroud around the bulb. When I got it, I thought, oh boy, how difficult is it going to be to replace this circular fluorescent bulb? But like I said, I've had it for 3 years, and it's great. And I don't want to blind you, so I'll kind of do it at an angle, but it is nice and bright, And obviously, it shoots the light down. So if you have it in front of you and you're looking at whatever's underneath, it's very well lit. The lens is remarkably clear, and it's a glass lens. It's not a plastic lens. At least this one is. I don't know what they're like now. So yeah, Dana, it's worth getting it. And see, if you like it, great. If not, just if you have one nearby, a Power Freight nearby, just return it there. I guess they're pretty good about that. Yeah, so Paulie Nichols, we should try to figure out a way to get Paul AWR some rolls. But like I said, I just got a box the other day. I wasn't sure if they would say yes to my request, but they gave me the box. So I'm not going to say no. So maybe we can ship some down to you, AWR. Yeah, I agree with you. This is, well, let's see. Do I have? I put a little one here. Let's see. This is. All right. From this side, the diameter of the lens is 5 inches. I don't know if that helps you. As far as the model number, there's nothing on there. Oh, wait a minute. Here you go. Let's see if we can do this. I don't know if you can get anything off of there. Let me move that over. Hold on. Fluorescent swing arm, magnifying lamp. I don't even see a model number on there either. But it looks like it says RFT. HFT. But the logo it looks like the letters are, the way it's designed, they're like dripping down like wet paint. I don't know if that helps you. Great. All right. Well, everybody, I am going to end the broadcast. And again, thank you for taking 45 minutes of your Sundays. I know these days off are really precious. And so thanks for doing that. And I hope you enjoyed it. And if if I did anything wrong, I've got a thick skin. You can contact me and say, look, don't pan like this. Do this, or do this step before you do that step. I'm learning. I really am. So there we are. I know it's a change of subject. I didn't know the best stereo microscope for coins. Wow. I don't know about a stereo microscope, Ben. I have. I'm in a rolling chair and I'm picking up my headphones before I roll over them. This is what I bought. Let's see. Yeah, it's this one. I bought this about 3 years ago. It's a USB digital microscope on Amazon. I think it was a little bit more expensive, but it's has a metal base. It's a USB. It's a great microscope. I'm very, very happy with it. It's not a stereo microscope, but that's what I use for microscope. I don't use a stereo. All right, Ben. Hey, Ben, it is really, really terrific hearing from you, seeing you. I hope all is well. I hope we can get in touch. Maybe sometime, if you're up for it, we can do a stream together. I'd love to touch base with you and see how you're doing. Hey, Ben, look what I still have on my desk. One of my cherished little possessions here. Anyway, bye, everybody. Take care. I'll see you later, and thanks for watching. And be good, be safe. Bye.